there is no doubt that our changing climate is affecting the weather here in the Pioneer Valley.
That's why our cities and towns are investing now to be ready for the climate of the future. This dam between two mill buildings on Watershops Pond doesn't look like much, but it's an important flood control device for the city of Springfield.
This dam protects an awful lot of the south end and the surrounding neighborhood. It was in disrepair and it needed serious upgrades to bring it up to modern time and infrastructure standards.
In fact, the dam's construction dates back to 1794. So Springfield prepared for, applied for, and received a climate resiliency grant from the federal government to make improvements to the dam. An increase in heavy rainstorms is going to be a big factor in the climate of our future here in the Pioneer Valley, and all that water will have a significant impact on our infrastructure.
We're all preparing at the city for the understanding that we're going to be experiencing more severe and frequent weather disasters and impacts, and so this is part of preparing for that, ensuring that our infrastructure is where it needs to be to withstand those impacts.
Watershops Pond is one of those places where in a heavy rainstorm the water level can rise very quickly, so the new infrastructure here will give the city more flexibility in controlling the level of the water in the pond and in the stream downstream.
This waterway goes all the way out to Hampton, Wilbraham, so it affects a lot of people downriver. So us being able to control the water gives us more control over what's happening downriver.
Through the same federal climate resiliency grant, Springfield received funding to equip the Brookings School with solar power. When the power goes out in a storm, the school can stay powered up as a storm shelter. Springfield is not the only city working on climate resiliency. Towns up and down the valley are taking advantage of a Massachusetts state initiative called the Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Program.
Once you go through this community resilience building process, you can apply for action grants up to $2 or $3 million. And that has been extremely effective in the last 5 years to help communities to become more resilient. We're very proud of the fact that 93% of our 43 cities and towns are certified MVP communities.
There is a recurring theme among the MVP projects in the Pioneer Valley.
The themes that you see are green infrastructure, which again is compared to gray infrastructure. So green infrastructure is nature-based solutions. The impacts that we're experiencing here relate to flooding. They relate to increased severity of intense weather. So it's all about managing water, managing stormwater.